So I know that I am a bit late for this video, but I really want to give my 2 cents on this statement that LnT Chairman said a couple of months ago. That he wants his employees to work on Sundays as well, because how long can you stare at your wife? I just want to give my 2 cents that, well, as a wife, I would love that my husband stares at me on Sundays, okay? As from a woman's perspective, there is nothing that a woman wants more from a husband than his time and his love and attention. So yes, as a wife, I definitely 110% want my husband to stare at me on Sundays. And from a husband's perspective, well, why not? Like, get yourself a good wife and just stare at her. What's so difficult? But keeping the fun aside, if you look at this statement, well, the business is yours, sir. So if you want to work on Sundays and not stare at your wife, sure, go ahead. But it's not my business. Had it been my business, I would have worked 24 hours. And I do. I do that, but just for my business. I plan to do that, but just for my upcoming business. Why am I going to work on Sundays for your business? It doesn't. The math isn't mathing. Why am I even considered by you to be working on Sundays instead of spending time with my family, with my husband, with my wife, with my kids, whatever? Why is it even a matter of discussion? So what I want to highlight over here is a concept that I have learned in my course here. So as you know that I'm studying right now, and there is this concept that I am learning, which I think is so good and it fits so well that I want to explain this concept to you. This is the concept of power distance, and we know that, and we are being taught, actually not know, but we are being taught that power distance is really high in countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all those, all of our South Asian countries, and power distance is very low in these North American countries, also in Europe and other places. Why is it so? Because, or what does it actually mean? What does power distance mean? It means the amount of power that a boss has over its employees, okay, or the amount of power two employees have. So say for example, in India, what you see, we see that we are always trying to please our bosses. We are always in this attempt that our boss is not pissed off with us, because they will not give us our appraisal, they will not give us a good rating, etc, etc. So, and as a boss, what do you see as a boss? As a boss, you see that, oh, if this person is not doing the things that I like, I have this power to change his life or turn his life upside down. And we can actually see that with the recent firings that happened in Infosys. I'm like, those employees were not even given a chance to get in touch with the bosses, etc, etc. They were just hired, trained, and then let go. So yeah, they have that kind of power without any reason. People can do any kind of stuff, and that is very prevalent in the countries on our side. This is why it's known as having high power distance. The amount of power that different people or different position holds in our country is different, and there is a huge distance with it. Over here, the power distance is very low. Every employee enjoys the same power, enjoys the same rights. Of course, if I am not doing something good, my boss is supposed to tell me that I'm not doing it right, or I'm not doing it efficiently, or I'm not doing it good. However, they cannot actually cause me any harm. They cannot do that, because everything is protected under the labor laws, and they have to give proper reason behind, or for every action that they are taking. And I, as an employee, if I feel that I have been wronged, I can go, and there are people who are ready to hear me out. So this is why people say that the power distance over here is low and the power distance over there is really high. Why I feel that this is a very good example of power distance is because the CEO thinks that he has the power to dictate his employees on how they should spend their personal time as well. Okay, now this is something that is really disturbing, where a CEO feels that he has a control over all the people that are there in his company, and he can dictate them on how they should spend their Sundays, on how they should spend their weekends, whether they should spend their time staring their wife, or whether they should do something else. It could be anything, but like, how as a person can you say, I am not your slave, I just work in your company, I am not your slave? So how can you just say something or pass out a comment like that in a public forum? one more thing that I think it might be is to bring LnT back into picture. I don't know how many projects LnT is getting these days, and it may be something just to remind the bigger firms that, hey, I exist, and you know what, I motivate my employees to work on Sundays as well. So if you do a project with me, your project will be in good hands. But of course, this statement was not taken in a good way, which it shouldn't have, and I'm so happy that there were so many people calling it out. It went viral. I'm so happy it did, because I know that certain employers would have said many things that go just unnoticed. And what also happens is we get to know or we get an idea of the work conditions that might prevail in these companies, right? So, like, for me, I see this as a danger sign. Before applying to LnT, I would rather do my full research on the kind of work conditions that exist over there, because I would never want to go in a place, or would never want my husband to go in a place which tells him to not spend time with me even on a Sunday. Okay, so yes, this is a very dangerous statement. It completely shows the power distance that I have learned here. It's actually an example which I can actually write in my exams. And it's something really sad. And I hope that the employees who are in LnT, they do not have to face this on a regular basis. Like, they do not get a call every Sunday saying, their boss saying, we need to work because our CEO said that. So I hope things are normal with those employees. And yeah, it is a wake-up call for everyone. So that's all that I have for you in today's video. I know this was a light mood video, intended to be light mood, intended to be a pun, because why not? Well, they can say a lot of stuff, so we can say a lot of stuff. Okay, yeah, so just put your comments down in the comment section and let me know what your views on this is. What do you feel about it? How did you react when you heard this for the first time? Okay, and I'll come again tomorrow with another new video. Till then, stay tuned to CareerQ. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.